Today I want to share with you why your affirmations are actually failing you. So a lot of times what we want to do is when we really want to manifest something, we want us to believe. Like we really want us to believe. And the reason we want to do it is because we have been told, you have to believe. Yeah, I know we have to believe. That's very crucial because until we believe, we won't act in alignment, we won't think that way, we won't feel that way. So believing is a very important part, and we cannot manifest until we believe because we don't even have the frequency. I get that. But you cannot just believe, you cannot force yourself to believe. So let's really look at the concept of believing, okay? You really want to believe that you're a millionaire and you're forcing yourself to believe. You're forcing, I really want to believe, let me just really believe, yeah, I am a millionaire. And then after 5 minutes, you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling lack. When I look at my bank account, or when I'm talking to other people, or when I'm reminded about how difficult life is, it doesn't feel like it, right? So the problem here is that we are using affirmations to really cultivate the belief, but you cannot just force yourself to believe. You have to shatter your old belief. So instead of trying to inject the new belief on the old belief and old belief constantly rejecting it, let's shatter the old belief, right? So we don't walk with the old belief anymore. We just shatter it completely. And when you shatter it, by default, you'll believe in what you want to believe. And the reason affirmations don't work is because they are not getting internalized in your body. They are just staying at your mind. A lot of times you even struggle to feel them, really feel them, yes, I feel it. This is right. You don't feel that. You don't have that conviction behind it. You're forcing it on you. And then it's your body is rejecting it. So if you really ask yourself, am I a millionaire, or do I think I can manifest 1 million this month, or I have it? Answer will be no. So your body is saying no. So the answer is no. That means you're going to attract the no. Right? So anytime if you want to check with yourself, because I remember asking this question to Bob Proctor, that how do I know if I believe, is there a machine that can detect and tell me that there's a green light that yes, you're believing now? Because I'm forcing myself all day, I'm not believing. And the answer is that if your second thought after the first thought, so when you ask yourself that, is it really true? And the quiet answer is no, that means it's not. Okay, so when you ask your body, is it true that I'm going to be a millionaire within a month? No, you don't. Okay, I get it. Right? So here, what we want to understand is that belief has now become your identity, that old belief. And what we want to do is we want to shatter it. Okay, so we want to not just shatter it at a mental level, because it had gone past the mind and conscious and subconscious. It has gone past and it's now in your body. It's your identity. It's stored in your body. That's why your body is rejecting the new affirmation. And it's like you feel it in your body. And when you try to induce a new feeling, you're not feeling it because your body is rejecting it. So what we want to really do is we want to look at it at a logical level first. And see, is it really true? Why am I thinking that way? What is causing that? Where is it coming from? Is it my childhood belief? Is it true? So I often expose myself to the environment where it shatters my belief. When I was starting my business, so many people said to me that a lot of business don't even make it to the profitability, and it's so hard, and it's really difficult, and all those things. And I exposed myself to the environment where there were so many business owners doing incredibly well, and success was the norm, and money was the norm, and abundance was the norm. It wasn't even a question. I exposed myself to a lot of circulation of money. I could see money circulating. I could see business doing so much. I would go and really study and observe big businesses, how they just know. Big companies, let's think of Apple. They know their watches are gonna sell. How many people are wearing Apple watches? I noticed most of the people have Apple watches, especially in the UK. It's the norm. They create norms, but in order to change the norm, in order to create the norm, first you have to really shatter the old belief within you. Shatter it to the point that it has no place within you. and you will accept the new belief naturally. We are fighting with the old, and the more we fight it and the more we try to induce more things, the more we even hold on to the old, because every time we affirm new, it reminds us of the old. So logically shatter it down. And once you shatter it down, you have a fertile soil. So the key of shattering it down is also observing your traumas. Maybe when you think about that thing, when you think about money or your bank account, maybe you have something, a pit in your stomach, you're like, maybe you feel a bit in your heart. So ask yourself, like, where don't I trust myself? Why do I have this pit in my stomach? Where do I feel so insecure? Or why do I feel this in my heart where I don't love myself? Where is it coming from? Or maybe you felt like growing up you didn't feel worthy, you were not given enough love, so you're not allowing yourself to have a lot of money because deep down you just feel like, I don't deserve it. Why should I have it? Maybe something happens in your life where you lost that thing, that I am unique, I am valuable. Find it back again. You have it, you got it. Okay? So it's about really connecting back with yourself and shattering the old belief. And then when you have done that at a logical level, because if the logic is not there, we are logical beings, our logic will always reject it. And you'll keep fighting it with affirmation. And the more you affirm, the opposite you will attract. So I had this guy who used to work with me, and he's incredible. So he did this experiment, because I used to keep saying that. And he did this experiment and said, I want to check. I want to see if it actually, what you're saying, how it works. So he kept affirming, I am so abundant, I'm so abundant. Every time I affirmed, he felt lack, because he was affirming something that he was not, right? And then he started losing more money. People started scamming him. He would have problems with his car. And when he shifted his identity by using the steps I'm sharing with you, he manifested his dream car. He got promotions. He got incredible things a lot faster, 100 times faster. Okay, so first you shattered the old with logic, with conviction, with like, how on earth I was believing that. You have to have this like, how on earth? That means you have really changed the belief. Then you inject feeling into it. When you feel something, when you use your imagination or journaling, if you're not good with imagining, if you feel like I can't just focus, maybe you're good at journaling. Maybe you like talking to yourself. Maybe you like listening to music and imagining, whatever that works for you, right? Because what we really want to do is we want our mind to think, and our mind think in pictures. So when you journal, you're giving your mind to think on the words you're writing. So you can write from that place. When you are from the place of having, okay? When you're imagining, you're giving your mind pictures to work on. So you start to feel it, but not from the place of, I have to feel 3 times and it will happen. Because a lot of times I see people, instead of focusing on the feeling part, they're focusing on, make me change my belief. You are not going to change your belief. Believing is literally like getting pregnant. If you keep impressing, one day you'll fuse with it. Your subconscious mind is the womb of creation. It will take it on. When it takes it on, you don't know. You don't know. And you cannot force it. The more you force it, you will enforce the old. So just completely detach from your responsibility to believe. I know you have been told a lot, it's your job to believe, but you know what? It's not your job to believe. That doesn't mean you don't need to believe. What it means is belief will come naturally. Don't get me wrong. Like when I started saying that, a lot of people were like, how can you say believing is not required? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you cannot control yourself to believe. Like you cannot control when you get pregnant. You just keep trying and it happens. So the moment your subconscious mind picks it, is you don't know. The more you force it, the more you negate it. Okay? And then you solidify it with action. Solidification, action means stamp. And action becomes so much easier when you do the first 2 parts. Action becomes natural because our body is the dumb terminal of the mind. It takes feedback from the mind. Okay? And then it becomes a part of our identity. And when it becomes a part of your identity, it will be so autopilot, so autonomous, like just like that you wouldn't even consult with the mind and you'll do all the things. So when sometimes you're like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm just in the flow, like everything is working, thoughts are connecting. Consciously, I don't even know what's going on, but it all works. Because now your body has accepted the identity. And it's not even consulting your conscious mind anymore. Your subconscious is guiding it and it's just leading the way. And a point comes where it's so natural that it becomes who you are. So we don't want to think and force our way to success. We want to automate our way to success. We want to make it autopilot habit. It's a habit. Whatever I touch, it turns into gold, because that's who I am. So solidify it with action and keep enforcing the identity with action, and you will see before you know it, it's going to become your way of being. And then even you won't be able to stop yourself. So in one of the calls in Wealth Fountain, my client said to me this, and it's so beautiful. She said, Anna, when you used to say this, that you won't be able to stop yourself, I used to think, that's not possible. But now actually, I do all the things and I can't even stop myself. And I really get this. So this is what it happens. When it becomes your identity, even you won't be able to stop yourself. And have a lovely time. And I'll see you soon. Bye.